So today I decided to go skateboarding because skateboarding is fun. But I also think this is an opportunity to talk to some people who are probably the least politically affiliated people on the planet, skateboarders. They're in their own little world. Trust me, I've been skateboarding most of my life. Many of these people probably don't even follow politics. So I want to hear from them what they think about what's been going on politically. Would you consider yourself liberal, progressive?
More towards the left side.
Did you vote for Bernie Sanders?
I did vote for Bernie Sanders. Definitely.
Do you like Donald Trump?
I don't agree with his policies.
Do you have any friends that are Trump supporters?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a bunch.
Are they racist?
Nope, not at all.
Would you call them white supremacists?
Nope. We hang out and we play ping pong and go grab lunch and go skate. Like, there's no problem.
If there's like a Trump rally, like a bunch of people with Trump hats and flags in a park, would that bother you?
I mean, I wouldn't really agree necessarily, but I'm not gonna like confront or do anything.
Do you think they have a right to hold their rallies
Absolutely.
But so let's say there was a group of people that wore all black, masks, sunglasses, and they had clubs, and they came in to fight with the Trump supporters. Would you support something like that?
Absolutely not. That's so overboard.
What if
so overboard.
What if they started throwing explosives? They, bringing mortars, fireworks, and started just throwing them into the crowd?
Yeah. No, I mean, at some point, it's really like madness. At that point, you have to ask yourself, when you have a grenade in your hand and you're throwing it, like in smoke bombs, like you have to ask yourself, what are you doing? Like for what cause do you have to kill or harm like other people just because of their opinion?
All right, so I'm sitting here with the skateboarder. He doesn't want to reveal his identity. Politics can be dangerous, so we'll protect his identity. But first, I'll ask you. I'll ask you a question. Do you consider yourself liberal or progressive?
I don't really consider myself either one, but if I would skew to any side, I guess I would be, more progressive. But you know what? But everything is connected and within different policies and regulations. So, one might be for abortion, another one might not, and it doesn't directly align with one specific view category or the other, like liberals or Democrats or so on and so forth.
So, if you saw a group of Trump supporters with flags and hats, and they were in a park having a rally, would that bother you?
No, not at all, I think.
Do you think they have a right to free speech, to come out and...
Sure. Isn't that the whole concept of the U.S. is to be able to have free speech and voice your opinion? I mean, sure, there's going to be consequences to your opinion, but you can still make the choice of doing it, which is kind of like ironic because there's going to be consequences in other countries as well, but I guess they're not as harsh here, or we at least think that they're not, depending on who you know and what your reach is and how powerful you are. So yeah.
How would you feel if at one of these Trump rallies, a group of people wearing all black with masks, sunglasses, came with clubs and fireworks and other low-level explosives and started attacking the Trump rally?
I do not condone this type of action for sure. This is not... making this kind of rally is not going to do anything in terms of getting anyone in office or out of office. It's just going to create chaos and anarchy, and that's not really going to solve anything. That's just going to put companies, little small businesses, and people in jeopardy, as well as people's morals.
So, 2 more questions. Did you hear about a man in Portland who murdered 2 people after he was harassing some Muslim women.
I did not hear about this, no.
Did you hear about a man in Berkeley who had a bike lock and was hitting people over the head with it?
I did hear about this.
You did hear about that guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. Right on, man. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
The skate park's closed. You know, we're outside. You seem like a normal dude. You're skateboarding. Would you consider yourself liberal or progressive, like on the left?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't think I really even understand those words enough.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. Like, it gets complicated, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about Donald Trump? Do you like him?
I liked him before I knew he was running for president.
Like when he was like on TV and stuff?
Yeah.
How do you feel about him, like in his policies and the thing he's doing as president? Like,
It seems like outrageous, like something new. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I feel like people. That's what everyone was kind of. That's what they didn't want. You know what I mean? Like
they didn't want it. Now that now it's here, right? I mean, you know, Hillary won the popular vote, but Trump won the election.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Bernie Sanders? You like Bernie?
Yeah, I wish he got picked.
There you go. There you go. See, so that's the easy way to say it.
He seemed like he was more for the youth.
Right. So let me ask you this. If you came to a park and saw a bunch of people in Trump hats with big Trump flags, American flags, and they were holding a rally and talking about stuff, would that bother you?
Well, because of kind of how he came off, yeah.
Do you think that the people in that park have a right to hold that rally and talk about the things that they support?
Definitely.
All right, now let's say a group of people wearing all black with masks on, you know, hoodies covering their faces, sunglasses, they had clubs, and they came in to confront this rally. And then, you know, they started fights, and fights broke out. How do you feel about that other group of people? Would you support something like that, or?
I don't really support the violence of it, or, you know, like weapons, but, you know, I mean, I feel like it kind of came down to that, you know, it kind of is like, because people don't really, it seems like most Trump supporters aren't really even open to another opinion, you know what I mean? So it's like, it seems reasonable at this point.
The fighting.
Yeah.
Would you support a group of people wearing all black to come in and try and shut down a Trump rally?
Just because they're against Trump, yeah.
Really?
But not, if they had like weapons and stuff, I wouldn't want to be a part of it, but.
What if they were throwing explosives at people and hitting people over the head with bike locks?
Well, I mean, you know, family's family, we all got kids, so I wouldn't even, you know, I wouldn't want to be part of it. Just because of the.
Do you have any friends who are Trump supporters?
I want to say I have at least one friend, but I don't know off the top, like, their name, or I can't think of them.
But you think, like, maybe you have someone who is?
Yeah, at least one person.
So, all right, 2 more questions. Did you hear about a man, a Trump supporter in Portland, who killed 2 people after he was yelling at some Muslim women and they tried to stop him?
I think so.
You did hear that?
I think yeah.
All right, one more question. Did you hear about a guy in Berkeley who had a bike lock and was going around bashing people over the head with it?
No.
You didn't hear that one?
No.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate your time.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good one, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what was the point of this video? Talking to 3 people at a skate park who are relatively neutral or uninterested is not a scientific study. It's not even a wide survey of various groups in Los Angeles. But, you know, I was leaving the skate park and I was gonna go to a shopping center, and I realized that skateboarders actually are a decent example of people who almost don't want to be involved in politics. So their opinions are really interesting. And what did we learn? Well, surprise, surprise, not only do they not really know a lot about what's going on in the political world, none of them like the tactics of Antifa. I try explaining this to a lot of people. One, because I've got a bunch of people hitting me up who are anti-fascist, anarcho-whatever activists, who are saying to me that, you know, I'm a fascist because I hang out with Trump supporters and things like that. But the truth is, these people are the fringe. And when you actually go to a normal place and meet normal people, Bernie Sanders supporters, progressives, even people who don't mind a Trump rally being shut down still don't want the violence and don't agree with it. So I think the point of this video was to show that we all are in this political bubble where we think this is what's actually going on, but the truth is, not only are there the left and right-wing bubbles, but politics itself is a very small bubble. The average person in this country, in this world, is not thinking about these things. These guys I talk to, some of them have friends who are Trump supporters. And you know, whenever people ask me, why would I be friends with a Trump supporter? Why would I be friends with a feminist? I tell them, you know what I do when I go hang out with a feminist or when I go hang out with Trump supporters? We talk about Game of Thrones, House of Cards, we eat tacos. There's a photo of me at a bar after the rally in Portland with a bunch of Trump supporters, and you know what we did? We argued, and I ate chicken wings. And that was really it. Photo of me with Cassandra Fairbanks. I've known Cassandra for years. Am I supposed to just disavow all my friends because politics change? The reality is, the world is a lot more boring than most people think, and we are all in a strange political bubble that has something to do with the presidency, has something to do with these rallies, but at the end of the day, the average person is really removed from this. And I think it's a bad thing and it's a good thing. It's a bad thing because we want people politically active, we want them involved, we want to get people to make change. But I also think it's a good thing because the violence we're seeing is just escalating to the point where it's just getting too damn crazy. But I guess that's it. Not the greatest scientific revelation, the greatest survey of facts, but just an interesting conversation with some local guys at a skate park who are not really affiliated. So let me know what you think. Comment below. How did you feel about what they had to say? How do you feel about all this? Click the like button if you like the video because that helps my channel grow. YouTube algorithm, it works, whatever. Subscribe. New videos every day at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to support my work, you can go to patreon.com/Timcast. Give whatever you can. Last update. South Korea is on the radar, but there's a new revelation, and my plans might change. Surprise, surprise, right? I've been trying to do South Korea for a while, but something interesting happened. Stay tuned. More to come tomorrow, and I'll see you all next time.